What do you think of Courtland Sutton?
I don't know if I can top his answer. I love Court. That's one thing I told Mr. Herman when I walked in. Courtland's a good kid, and I say that like I'm old. I feel like I am old now. I'm one of the old veteran guys on the group. Like I said, I remember Courtland was that annoying little kid I had last year coming to my house. But I love Courtland. He's a great kid, and everybody sees what he does on the field. But it's off the field what makes Courtland Courtland. And the stuff he says up here, I hope he really meant it. But yeah, I love Court. He's like a little brother to me, so I'm proud of him.
What kind of confidence do you have when you throw the ball to him?
I have extreme confidence. I mean, he's the type of person that when things are going bad and when I'm not feeling good about the situation I'm in, if I'm getting pressure or something like that, I always feel good throwing the ball up and being able. I know if I just give him an opportunity, that it's going to be a very, very high percentage he's going to come down with it. And so that gives me a lot of comfort in knowing that everybody sees him as a deep threat, and he is. And I don't take anything away from that, but I think people underestimate the route running, what he can do in the intermediate passing game, as well as what he can do with the yards after catch. And I think people haven't really been able to see that as much, but I'm sure they'll get a good taste of that throughout the season.
You said after the game that you and Courtland and the running backs get all the attention, but you thought the MVPs were the offensive line.
Yes.
What's the biggest area of improvement you've seen since the start of camp in the guys up front?
I think those guys are just a very cohesive unit. I think that they work together exceptionally well. And they're very, I'm pretty sure Coach has said it before, I don't know if he has, but they hang out off the field just as much as they do on the field. And that red group, when McCarty was there, as long as Braylon Hyder and Nick Natur in there as well, and though Chad Perks, who hangs out with them a lot. I mean, that group of guys, they work together extremely hard. They're really working on straining their blocks to finish. I mean, instead of just holding guys that really finish in the blocks, being a very physical team, and just being smart. I mean, people underrate them for their intelligence, and I mean, being able to pick up different stunts and different blitzes from different places, and doing it smoothly. It doesn't look like it's it's hard. You watch film and you see the things they trade off and how they do it. And I mean, it impresses me a lot. I remember dropping back one time and I saw a blitz and I thought I was going to get him. I just see, Chauncey pop out and get him. Thanks. Makes me feel good.
Nick and Braylon rotated at guard. Do you even notice when those two guys swap out? And what's the difference in front of you?
Oh yeah, you said what's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference to you as the quarterback when one or the other's in there?
Just one's a little bit taller. That's it. I mean, they both play. I mean, they both play well. They stepped up. In place of Danny. And just Danny's a hard person to replace. I mean, he's a great guard. But having Nick and Braylon come in here and do well, I mean, definitely, like I said, it comforts me a lot. But I mean, I had complete faith in them before. I mean, Coach Fry has done a great job with them, and they've worked hard and get a lot of reps in practice, and they rotate practice as well. There's been times where they just rotated different scenarios and put different guys in different places to see how it would flow and let them get some chemistry together. And so when they came in, it really didn't make a big of a difference, but I definitely noticed when one of them came out in there.
To come away with no turnovers against that defense, what does it say about your group?
I think it just shows that we're progressing. I mean, that we're being a disciplined football team. That was one thing that Coach definitely challenged us, specifically me. I had 2 interceptions against Baylor, and I had a fumble against North Texas, which still makes me pretty upset. But that's one thing he challenged us to do, is to make sure that, hey, let's not turn the ball over this week. Let's do what we're coached to do, is be a disciplined football team. Let's focus on the little things, as far as ball security, as making good throws, and things like that. And to snap their streak of having 27, 28 games, being the most, having the most games of turnovers in a row. I think against that caliber of defense, that caliber of coach, I think it spoke a lot about us and our attention to detail.
You had to wait a while to get to this point where you are a redshirt year, a junior college year, even half of last year.
Exactly.
How hard was that waiting, and how much more grateful has it made you for this opportunity now?
Wow. Y'all probably gonna have to shut me up on this one because I could talk for a while. I'm extremely blessed about that. Just like you said, it's been a very long and hard road. But I've said this many times. I'm pretty sure I told my teammates I wouldn't trade it for the world. I was a very immature 17-year-old kid when I came into college, physically and mentally. And I learned how to become a man. I learned how to take bumps and bruises and keep on trucking. I've learned from some of the greatest offensive minds in college football. Coach Kingsbury, Coach Summan, Coach Spav, Coach Jones last year, and I've ended up with the best coach I've had so far. I mean, no knock to them, but Coach Morris is an amazing coach to me, like a father figure. So I've had so many experiences, so many ups, so many downs. I went to a great junior college. And so, yeah, it was tough seeing all my friends. You know, I have a lot of friends going to play as true freshmen, and I was so happy for them. But it's like, man, you know, when am I going to get my chance and when am I going to get my opportunity? And I worked hard, I stayed patient, I just had faith in God, and I ended up here in a great situation. And so, yeah, when I step on that field, I have a thanks about me for sure, because I understand, I know what it's like to not be here. I know what it's like to want to be here. And so every game, every chance I get an opportunity, I'm in love with it. And so, yeah, I definitely have a sense of gratitude to be on the field every single time.
Did you ever start to question yourself during that time you were waiting?
I think I'd be lying if I tell you I didn't. And I don't know if necessarily if I question myself and my ability. I think I just question whether I get my opportunity. But you know, I take that back. You know, when you go through times like that, and you get low and you face, I've had my share of injuries, and I broke my foot in my junior college, and I thought it couldn't get any worse from here. You know, I left a great school, and I was at a great junior college, and then I break my foot after I got, you know, college player of the week, and I thought I wasn't even gonna play for the rest of the season, and so I started thinking I might be done. You know, I may just, you know, what is it? And you know, but you know, my family was very instrumental, and my friends, my girlfriend, they were very instrumental in keeping me hopeful and faithful. And like I said, I've been blessed. God has just been so good to me and give me another opportunity. And so I'm really thankful for that.
Raheem, Shelby, and KT stepped up this week with some big catches. Talk
Yes.
about what you saw when you looked their way versus in week past. It's been, you know, kind of 1 or 2 reception games for them.
You know, like you said, they had great games. I think that it was just more of an opportunity. We took some more shots downfield this week. We threw in some different concepts as well. We started to open up the playbook a little bit more. But I mean, I've always had complete faith in those guys. And I also think it's the play of Courtland and what he's been doing. That's actually helped them a lot, because I told him last week, say body or one-on-one coverages, because that's going to be gone pretty quick. But I mean, it may be come back soon again, because the game that they have, they're gonna have to pick their poison, you know, and see who it is that you want to go, because I think that they say we'll be okay if we can let 13 play, and you see the type of game he had last week, and you say, okay, we'll let 9 be open. You see what he did, and then we started getting everybody mixed in, and so the play of those guys, it was I'm super proud of them. They worked extremely hard. We stayed after on practice on Tuesday and Wednesday and tossed the ball around, talked some concepts, talked different defensive things, and I think it paid off on Saturday.